Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. In this video I just thought I would take you along to see a treatment that I am doing once every 2 to 3 months, or maybe even more depending on the orchid and how much sun she particularly taken. So now let's go to the bathroom. So here in front of you, you have a Catleya orchid. It's a Hawaiian splash layer, and what I am doing right now it is I am cleaning all the reservoirs of my orchid. And as you can see, as the orchid was facing the light from this side, I have more algae and debris on the let's say left side of the pot. And even though it does seem quite a lot of algae, believe me, this is nothing comparison with the orchids which don't have a opaque pot. So let's show you in comparison my Oncidium dancing lady. Look at this. Okay, so if the algae accumulates too much, you are going to have some fungal attacks, and you don't want that. This is from last year. It is not from the from this year, because this year I did keep the job done, let's say. Even though I do have little spots, they are nothing in comparison with the ones from the previous year, and I think that in time the orchid will be just fine. So I wanted to show to you exactly how I am doing this. So first of all, I'm going to empty the water from the reservoir. I'm trying to give you a better look. Okay, so we're dumping the water out. And here I have almost pure Faisan and a clean toothbrush. So what I'm doing with the toothbrush, it is to gently scrub the interior of the reservoir until it comes clean. If the reservoir has been kept moist, you won't have a lot of trouble to clean it out. But if it dried out, then you will need to apply some force to scrub it. Now I am going to rinse it. Especially the toothbrush. The toothbrush is not going to get back in the Faisan until it is clean from algae, yeah? Because we don't want to dirty that. And now she is getting sterilized again. Sometimes you're not getting the job done from the first try, so I'm going to do it again. And I think this is enough. Now what I'm going to do it is to put the orchid back in. Of course, she's going to get now cleaned from these dried sheets. They are of no use. And normally I would shower the orchid, but this one is not getting showered because I have new growths, as you can see, and if water is getting trapped in them, they are going to rot, especially because it is almost winter and the temperatures are a little bit colder. So I'm just going to remove the sheets, and I'm going to wait for the new growths to completely open the leaf before I shower the orchid. But anyway, I am going to fill up the pot completely with water, because cleaning of the reservoir and media and roots is not yet done. So we are going to put some warm luke water until it fills up, like that. And now I'm going to let it soak for a few minutes or even an hour. These orchids are already getting soaked, and after I'm cleaning a few more, they are going back in the balcony. After a few minutes, after they have completely soaked, I am dunking the water, and then I am filling up the reservoir with clean, fresh, fertilized water. As I said, this one doesn't even compare with the other. The water is much more dirtier, and I have a lot more algae, but we are going to get them all cleaned out. And I think it is important to mention at this point that I am going to change all my pots in the future with opaque ones, because we don't want any light to go there. It is very important to do that once the pot does get some algae, because in time they will decompose and the orchid can make that fungal infection. Again, another example. This is a white opaque pot, and as you can see, we do have quite a lot of algae. I think it is important to mention that you should sterilize all the spaces in between uses. And I am doing this with the same toothbrush, so I can safely place the orchid on a clean space. I'm not going to use in the future any more customized pots. I don't particularly like them. They are not pretty, and you do need to work to make them, and in the end you are getting more work because they don't function as the opaque ones, and those ones do have that window here, and you can see the water. Here we have a root which did go to the water, and eventually it did almost died, but we do have quite a lot of roots. You are not seeing this, and the orchid is fine. She grew this shoot this year, which is bigger than the last one, which bloomed last year, so we are soon expecting a new flower spike. Now, if you do respect this process and you are cleaning the reservoirs constantly or periodically, and you do shower your orchids so you can clean the dust from the leaves and from the roots actually, and also you shower the aerial roots, you are going to introduce more oxygen in the root system, and the orchid is going to respond very well. For example, in front of you, you are having my you are seeing my Dowiana, my Cattleya Dowiana, and as you can see, the aerial roots are very happy by the cleaning of the root zone that I have performed on it about 1 month and a half ago. Ever since, she started to grow very well branches, and if you think that this is only from the aerial roots, permit me to say that you are wrong. I'm not sure how well you're going to see that. I think I'm going to try at least to take the interior pot out. Let me do this with my right hand. So there we go. We are having so many roots which are branching. Look at this. And growing very well. I'm going to give this orchid another shower. So at least I'm going to try to clean the algae from the interior pot. This is not usually done if you do respect the rule that the water never touches the bottom of the interior pot, but I didn't. A few times I put too much water, I didn't correct the level, and algae formed on the interior pot. Now you are not going to have that if you do respect this rule, but as I said, I didn't. Anyway, she is growing very well here, and yeah, we do have some happy orchids. Quite interesting is that my orchids do grow extremely well new roots in the winter time, and I do have quite a lot of them which are doing that. Actually, I think that I'm going to do an update on how my orchids are growing, and maybe on the blooms as well. So righty, I hope you have enjoyed this video, and if you do have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and see you all next time.